I've been working here for about 2.5 years, and a lot of people ask me, so have you planned on always, being a news anchor? Have you always planned on working at a TV station? And to be honest, no, I haven't. This job actually just landed in my lap. I came up here for an interview for a sales position, and myself and Rhonda, who did the interview, she immediately just absolutely fell in love with me, and we really hit it off the bat. And she just asked me, she said, how well do you read? And I said, well, I read pretty fair. I'm not, the best reader, but I'd say I read pretty fair. So she led me to the back into the newsroom, had me sit down, and immediately I felt overwhelmed. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be on TV, am I? And she's like, no, I'm just doing a test. And about a week later, I was on the desk.
So you also do sales. Tell me about what is your actual title here?
Well, I don't actually have like a specific title, but originally I was hired as an account executive. But in the 2.5 years that I've been here, I do pretty much everything. I actually manage the sales team. I make sure that they're out in the field and they're making their sales goals. If they need any help closing any deals, I assist in that. I also, if they need help creating any packages for a specific client to their needs, I sit down with them and go over it with them, and I break it down so that they can better understand it. I also do accounting here. I do accounts receivables and payables, invoices, paying bills, everything. And then I also take care of my own clients on top of that. And then also, we're getting a new traffic system, which is going to make everything run smoother here at KPVM.
What's traffic?
Traffic is actually whenever a client has a spot that they want us to run, the traffic actually, we tell it where to go, where to be placed. If they have a spot that's specifically supposed to run in a certain time slot, then the traffic system will pull it at that time slot and say, okay, you're going to play at this time. And I, right now, am building that from the ground up.
So then you're going to be doing that too as well. And Rhonda said that you help her with accounting, and that Courtney is the full-time salesperson. So you kind of help with Courtney because she's been here just a short time, right, too?
Yes, that's correct. She's been here for a short time, probably just a couple of months, actually about 3 months now, and she's been doing such a great job. She's actually caught on to a lot of the packages that we have here. She's caught on to how you can break it down, so I'm not spending as much time with her as I would someone else. She's a very, very smart girl. And yes, I do assist Rhonda in the accounting department and everything. So whenever they're gone, I'm pretty much in there all the time, making sure that everything gets paid and everything. So
I noticed that your phone was ringing during this. You answer the phones too?
yes, I do. Whenever we don't have anybody up at the front desk, phone calls are forwarded to whoever's here, because I am the first one here and usually the last one here. Phones are usually forwarded over to myself unless I am absolutely super slammed. Then, I request that somebody else take over the phones, and, they'll take over the phones for a few hours until I can get whatever I need caught up.
So how do you like being at the desk, and what is that like?
Yeah, actually, I mean, the news portion of this job is my favorite. I look forward to it at the end of my day. It pulls me away from all the stresses and everything, and I can focus on something else completely off of my normal routine. And that is actually what I am going to be going to school for as well, journalism and everything. And right now I'm actually in the middle of going to school for my GED. So I am a single mom of 3 kids. So unfortunately, when I was younger, I did drop out of high school because I was pregnant, and I had to pretty much, raise my kids and everything. And in order to financially support my children, I had to drop out of school and get a job. So that was very, very, very hard. But thanks to a lot of people who supported me and everything, I've been able to stay above water, and it's been great.
So isn't it hard to struggle with that? Because your kids are kind of young, aren't they?
Yes, my youngest is 5. She's going to be 6 next month. My son just turned 8, and my daughter is 10. She'll be 11 in February. And they struggle a lot with not seeing mom a lot at home because I am here most of the time. But, sometimes I like to involve them with, what I'm doing here at work. I'll bring my oldest to work with me, during the summer or during, days that they don't have school. She'll come in with me. I'll sit her down. I'll explain to her what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll give her, some small little tasks so she can see what it's like, to be responsible for something. My son, my kids sometimes, they are in some of the commercials, and they absolutely love it. They go to school, and they're, when I pick them up from school or when I drop them off, I see their friends and they run up to them and they're just like, "Oh my gosh, your mom's on TV," and so my kid's kind of like, "Yes, yes, she is."
So you also do voiceovers.
Yes, I do. I also do the script writing for the commercials as well. Anytime there are any clients who prefer that we write the scripts for them, I sit down, I get any information that I can from these clients, bullet points, any facts that they want us to mention. I put that into a script, and I actually sit there with Jason, who is our production manager, and I find out what is the best way to put this commercial together, and he's got the little magic in the fingers, so he makes the commercial and he makes it happen. But yes, I do the recordings of the voiceovers, some of them, like the Perump Nugget is one of them, Perump Early Learning Academy is another, and several others. So,
So let's talk a little bit about Vern and Rhonda, whether they like to work with.
oh my gosh, Vern's, I love, first of all, let me just say, I love my bosses. I really do. If it wasn't for them, I would not be here right now. They have really pushed me to be the best that I can be. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have the confidence that I do today. They really really rely on me and put a lot of responsibility on me because they know that I can handle it even when I doubt myself sometimes, and they push me. They really do. Sometimes I'm not too sure about a job that I'm in charge of, and Rhonda will sit there with me, Vern will sit there with me, and they will give me the encouragement that I need in order to get the job done. So it's very very. I'm very blessed to have them as my bosses. They're here at the station. It's like a family, literally. Jason's like, the uncle that hardly anybody sees. Deanna's like, the crazy aunt that everybody loves. And Rhonda, and, Rhonda is, of course, the mama duck. And Vern is, the strict daddy duck, and everybody else is like brothers and sisters here, and even though we are a very, dysfunctional family sometimes, we all love each other, and as far as me personally, I would do anything for anybody here at the station. Everybody is, means has a big part in my life and in my heart. So
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because of the economy? Do you think it's because we have to rely so much on each other? Or do you think it's because of some other reason or long hours? What do you think the reason why that is?
well, first, I do think that it is the economy, first of all. I think that if it wasn't for the economy, we all wouldn't be, struggling the way that we are. But when we're forced to struggle in the way that we all are, we are kind of forced to, show our true colors, and sometimes showing our true colors isn't as easy as it seems. But when things go wrong, you definitely show, a side of yourself that nobody really sees. And I think that when, other people see what your true colors are, it either causes them to either love you or hate you. And here I think that everybody has shown, our true colors at one point or another, and we are all still here. I've been here for 2.5 years, and regardless of what anybody's argued about, and regardless of what this person said about this person, or this person told this person this, in the end, when somebody needs help, we all come together as a family and we get it done. We really get it done, and we do it with a smile on our faces, and in the end, we are happy to see the other person happy and smiling and succeeding.
So you spoke a little bit about your kids. Where are you originally from?
Originally, I'm from Southern California. I was born in Pomona, and after when I was 13 years old, I moved to Reno. When I was 22, I moved here to Pahrump. So Reno is my home in my heart. Even though I was born in Southern California, for me, the big city life, I guess you can say, was just not for me. Growing up there was pretty difficult because I am, Hispanic, but I speak very, very little Spanish. And being in Southern California, where we grew up at, it was mostly Hispanic people who spoke mostly Spanish. And so growing up and not being able to speak Spanish, people looked down on me a lot, and it was very discouraging. But once I moved to Reno, I mean, it was uphill. I mean, just downhill from there, and it was very positive. It was very. People were very accepting. They didn't care whether or not I spoke Spanish or not. When I moved here, now that I'm 27 years old, I do feel like speaking Spanish. If I would have just learned it, just a little bit of it, it would definitely help me now, because there are some clients out there who speak only Spanish, and it's very difficult to get those clients to understand where you're coming from and what you're trying to do for them as far as helping them with their advertising. I now I think about it, and I definitely am thinking about pursuing some type of Spanish course so that I can get familiar with it again.
Marriages, dating?
I am dating someone, and we've been dating since last year, since the fall festival, and his name is Richard Deutsch, Jason, and everything's been going pretty well. We've decided that we want to take it slow. He has his family, his son. I have my kids. Every now and then we do have a little family get together and stuff, and we bring the kids together and we have a barbecue or something. But that has been going absolutely great, and he's very understanding of my time here at work, and he's been very supportive of where I want to be at with my career. And, he has his career, and I'm very supportive of his time away from myself.
He's an officer.
Yes, he is. He is with the Nye County Sheriff's Department, so.
You spoke about news being your favorite part of the day. How do you arrange your day with so many different tasks?
Well, I usually try to stay organized as much as possible. Usually, first thing in the morning, I go through my emails, I go through my memos, I go through my notes from the previous day to try to find out what I need to get done today that didn't get done the day before. Then I move on to new things, things that I haven't started on that I know that need to get started on. And then from there, I, find out from Courtney whether or not she needs any help doing anything. Then I find out from Rhonda if she needs help doing anything. If everything's done, which right now is a very hectic time with the fall festival, so there is no time, there is no downtime. I always try to say, okay, it's 3:30. I need to get ready for news, and that's it. I'm dropping whatever I'm doing. I'm too stressed out right now to continue, so I will drop whatever I'm doing and just spend my hour and a half, trying to focus on doing news. Sometimes if Patrick in the back, who is our news director, if he needs help putting scripts in. Technical director, yes. Yeah. If he needs help putting scripts in or anything like that, I try to help him as much as possible. So that's how I get news done.
And then as far as news, what do you like the most about it when you're actually doing it? Do you like the reading? Do you like the connection? Do you like the stories? What do you like most?
For me, it's everything. It's getting to know what we do local, what we do as a community. It's, because sometimes, because I'm stuck in my office most of the time, I don't see what is going out or what is going on in the community until I get on the news desk. And then when I see that there's a fundraiser for something, or that there's a community event, or there's, a chamber mixer, or something like that, it always keeps me informed. And not only that, but it also gets me more connected with the community. I can go to Walmart or Smith's or, anywhere in town and get recognized, and people will come up to me and they'll talk to me about, problems. They'll talk to me about their life. They'll talk to me about, what inspires them. What I find most that inspires me is when I go out in public and kids, kids that are in middle school, kids that are in, elementary school, going to Walmart, they'll see me and they're so shocked that they see me at Walmart, and they'll, I had this one girl who came up to me in Walmart. She passed me up maybe 3 or 4 times, just staring me down, and it was very overwhelming to see her reaction when she asked me if I was Monique Mitchell, and I said yes, and she literally put her hands up to her face, and she's like, "Oh my gosh," she's like, "Can I shake your hand?" I said, "Come here, give me a hug. I'll give you a hug." And she almost started crying. She was like, "Thank you so much." She said, "I watch you every time that you're on the TV." Another one was last year at the end of the parade during the fall festival. We get to the very end, and, we're all starting to, break apart. And a lady came up to me and she said, "Oh my gosh," she said, "my granddaughter watches you all the time. Can she have a picture with you?" And I don't remember if we actually took the picture because she was so excited, but I did give her a hug. And, I asked her, I said, "So how are you doing in school?" And she said, "I'm doing really good in school." I said, "Good." I said, "Keep it up, and you'll be whatever you dream that you will be. Just keep that focus."
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye bye.